Hello, I'm Maria Lane and welcome to your March 2015 Oracle message. Before we start, I just would like to share, if you're not already a member of our Facebook community, I would like to invite you to join. Myself and Messenger Emma, we share daily inspirational messages, ones that are intended to uplift and inspire, and we also like to pass out free messages to someone random in our Facebook community. So if you would like to be considered for one of these surprise messages, feel free to join us over there. And also I just invite you to be on the lookout for the March new moon phase reading. Now this month, March, is a really special time. It's an opening of the portal. A new wave of energy is descending upon us here at planet Earth. So I'll expand more of that in the message. And finally, I have created a 30-day magical transformation course. It starts on the 1st of every month. So if this is something that appeals to you, you'll find messages or more information, I should say, on my website. So I'll leave a link in this video to the website. So thank you very much for listening, and here is your message. Enjoy the magical month of March. Hello Sagittarius, I'm Maria Lane Noble and I have an oracle message for you for March 2015, and this month I'm calling upon a variety of cards again. I'm calling this my rainbow reading. See the beautiful colours here, to generate a lovely message for you. So, and I believe the first card in this reading sets the tone for the month and the others will just enhance the message and your awareness of the situation. So this month you're being guided to look at your life with a different perception. I believe, everything that we live is an interpretation, and it's how we perceive the event. And sometimes what we think we're seeing is not necessarily the truth behind the situation. There are always unknown factors. And also our perceptions are based on beliefs that we've been carrying for quite some time, and once again they may have fitted our lifestyle 10-15 years ago, but we change, and so do our beliefs. So really, if you're living an event at the moment that's not so pleasing, just you're being guided to look at it through a different lens, through different filters, and ask for clarity. Put it out there to the universe and call upon your angelic guides or your spirit guides and say, can you please give me some guidance to understand this situation? And you'll be delighted as to what pops up when you're open to receiving that message. Now here we go. Here's the next card. These are the Spirit Message cards by John Holland. And Saggy, this month you've got serenity. The most important relationship you can have is with yourself. This is time to honour, nurture and love yourself more by seeking out and removing any negative feelings and emotions that are left over from yesterday. Don't let past issues and resentments interfere with your serenity today. Now, I call upon these cards. I have a quick scan, but I don't delve too much into the cards. I like the words to flow. And I just find that really fascinating that, you've got two cards that are enhancing that message, as I said at the beginning of the month. So, yeah, I just think that, you've been guided by this, especially these first two cards, to challenge what you're currently living and, like I said, and see it through a different filter, because not everything that you think is real is. And there's more to this event than you currently know, and I think it's clouding the solution. Because here's the third card in this mix, and it's Know Your Power. So, and in the context of this reading, I feel that, it's guiding you to know that, you can change this event by changing your focus and your attention to what is, to the outcome of your desires. Because this has been a theme I've been sharing with a lot of people this week. Whatever you put your focus on will expand. So if you're putting your focus onto a negative event, that will expand. If you put your focus onto solutions and good outcomes, that too will expand. So sit down, get some clarity by going within, because that's personally the only way I would like to get clarity, because other people's opinions always varied and probably not the best guidance, but you can always trust that internal voice that speaks to you, and it's that loving voice. If it's coming from a fear-based feeling, that's not your guidance. That's ego or doubt overriding. Okay, so then we have here, this is your color card message for your spirit. Overcome your challenges. So, yeah, I just think that, Sagittarius, something has really got your attention, and I think because you're focusing on it and it's not in the area or the direction of a positive outcome, this card is once again a reminder to acknowledge that it might be going on, but you have the power, I love this, the power at any time to change the course of this event by how you perceive it and what actions you take. So, but make sure, please be guided by your internal guidance. And here we go. This is the final card, and it says, speak your truth. Stand up for what you believe in, regardless of the consequences. Hang on. I'll get to the end of the card and then I'll say, share your truth regardless of what others may think. It's time to stand in your own power. Shine for all the world to see. Okay, so that's two cards that are guiding you to acknowledge your power. But here's my clarifying moment. Okay, I do believe to stand up and believe and speak of what you think and feel, regardless of the consequences. That implies that it could have some sort of negative outcome. I will always say this for clarification. If you're going to speak your truth and it's words of anger and you want to get them out, that's great. I believe you've got to release them because it could fester and cause some sort of illness if you leave them in. Write those words down onto paper and burn them. Release them that way. And then if you want to stand up and speak your truth, and I agree with this to a certain degree, you wait until it feels right for you. Wait until you don't have the negative emotion attached to the event, because when you speak under those conditions, the words blurt out, you don't find the right words, and it inflames it. But if you're speaking from a place of love and empathy and understanding and compassion, completely different words, completely different outcome. Okay, Saggy, I love sharing my messages. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to sharing another message with you in April. Bye.